Hello there, welcome to Newspaper Review on Niger Watch. My name is Ima. How are you doing? Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening to my Niger Watch family across the globe. How are you doing? It's a beautiful, beautiful Thursday morning, and I am delighted to be here. I hope it's the same for you. Good morning to you, Osagufo, and thank you for being on here. And to our dearest mommy diaspora, good morning, good afternoon, and good evening to you, Mama Jerez. Thank you for being here. It's good to have you here. To you watching, how are you doing? Thank you for being here. I hope the day is going just fine for you. I wish you so much sunshine. Yes. Thank you. Thank you for being here. Please do what to observe all protocols here by liking, sharing, inviting someone onto the broadcast, and taking out time to support us by clicking on the dollar sign to the right on the comment section. All right. And the link has been posted. If you'd like to join the conversation, please do well to click on the link and you'll be right here with me. Also, to my panelists, I salute each and every one of you already. Please take out time to like the broadcast and take out time to support us. Yes, please take out time to support us before you click on the link. Now, that being said, how are you doing? Please say something to me on the comment section. How are you doing? As they play enough for you. Today is Friday. What's up for the day? Cheers to the weekend. Cheers to the weekend. Good morning, Mr. Brian Maxwell. Good morning to you and cheers to the weekend. Thank you. God bless you too. Thank you. It's good to have you on the broadcast. Okay, let's see which of all right, all right, all right. Okay, welcome to the broadcast. Thank you for being here once again. Please take our time to like the broadcast as we move. Yes, thank you very much. Welcome to the broadcast. Say something to me. Did I say chest to the weekend? If I didn't, chest to the weekend, guys. Chest to the weekend. Happy weekend to each and every one of you. I hope we all have a remarkable one. Thank you very much. Uh, Mr. Van Maxwell. Okay, let's go into the business of the day. Welcome, if you're just joining, welcome, welcome. Do well to, you know what to do, but need I say it again? Do well to like this broadcast, please. Thank you. All right, let's go straight to the business of the day. Our first paper for today is going to be Tribune. On Tribune, we have Umahi Ayade's visit to Wike fuels speculation of alliance with APC. Sanwo-Olu Okowa Ayade present 2023 budget estimates. Lagos government prioritizes human capital, infrastructure, environment in 1.69 trillion naira budget. Nigerian farmers lost 80% crop yield to pest diseases in 2022. Naira redesign will not cause inflation, could lead to fall in GDP. Anxiety persists over terror alerts. All hands on deck. IGP assures rolls out emergency numbers. UK warns citizens against traveling to FCT. Abuja Mall shuts down operations. Stop Million Man political rallies. That's by Bolaji Akinyemi warns. FCTA distributes 60 operational vehicles for security agencies. That is to say, in a nutshell, Abuja is hot. That's just all this rolling out, dropping emergency number. The country is telling their nationals to leave, and with all the evacuation that is going on, I think even with the people of Nigeria, other people are taking the terror alert seriously than even us that is back here at home. Are we holding on to the words of the likes of Lai Mohammed? Then we have here NNPCL signs MOU with Dewu to rehabilitate Kaduna refinery. Okay. MFLE recommends flexible work models, training to reduce jackpot movement. FAAC shares 760.235 billion naira for federal government, state, local governments as September allocation. Oyetola Makinde flag of 91 kilometer Oshogbo Iwo Ibadan road. reconstruction. All right, let's take this story. So, there's the story from this. Remember the girl Chidima from that got involved with the murder of Super TV boss, Mr. Osifo. The stories are unveiling, are unraveling, and a witness just came out or has made a revelation known that a Lagos High Court was sitting in Tafawa Balewa Square, which they will soon sell, has heard how Chidima transferred 5 million naira on June 15, 2021 from Usifo's Ataga's account to another account. The witness said Chidima, a 300 level mass communication undergraduate of the University of Lagos, carried out the act on the day she was said to have stabbed Ataga for demanding for more sex in a video confessional statement. Okay, so but this is the same person that is coming out to say she didn't do it, she stepped out, she was not even around when it happened. I mean, that's the recent confession from Miss Chidima. She was not around, she stepped out for a day. When she came back, she saw him dead, and she ran because she was scared. It was panic that made her to run. But another eyewitness, surprisingly, is coming out to share with the court that she actually transferred money from this man's account, but she did it in dribbles or in triplets. She didn't just send a whole 5 million, and she broke it down. At this oh dear. This case is 2021. I mean, this is supposed to be a straight on case, but it's been lingering. Today she's saying this, tomorrow she's winning one pageant in a state, in a cell, another time she's doing another thing, and you're just there. What are they doing with the case? And the family of the man, how are they reacting to this, knowing that the killer of their husband, father, brother, everything, is having, it all looks like the person is even having a better life. Okay, let's see what other story that we have here. So we know what's happening right now in Abuja. Uh, Jabi Mall has closed its doors because of the insecurity threat in Abuja going on in Abuja right now. And we also, okay, we don't have it in this news, so we probably should just wait till we have it in another paper. What other story then? Wike is still very much, oh, excuse me. Wike, yeah. Wike is still very much in the business of confusing his party men of his allegiance, or of his stand, of his loyalty to his party, so to say. Umahi's and Ayade's visit to Wike has even fueled more assumptions or speculations of his allegiance with APC, of his unofficial allegiance with APC. I don't know how the PDP are, planning, strategizing how to succeed in this election, having the likes of, I mean, having what is happening in their party, and somebody that is as brazen as Wiki stepping on toes recklessly at that, and a presidential candidate who is not even a unifier. So I really don't know what or how they intend to drive themselves to Asuro, but let's see how that plays. Let's see how that plays. And the Nigerian farmers, this report says that they've lost 80%. Now, this 80% has nothing to do with the flood. This flood has even just come to finish everything. So we will be really looking at hunger strike. We should be expecting severe starvation in the land. I don't know how it's going to happen if there's no starvation, if there's no scarcity of food in the land. I don't know how we are going to evade that, because the farmlands are more than 80% are already gone, and this is by crop yield. This is by pest and other diseases, and then there is the flood. How many people would be able to afford imported? Or yes, a whole lot would be able. But in terms of storage, what's going to happen? So you see, this flood is dealing with us in more ways, and it's dealing with everybody, home and abroad, because it is going to tell, unless you have no form of responsibility down here. You don't have a business back home, you don't have family, you have no business. nothing connects you down to the soil or the land of Nigeria, then maybe it will not affect. Just maybe then it will not affect. But as long as you have someone or you have a business, it is this is for everybody. This is touching everybody. This is really touching everybody. All right, let's see what other story that we have here. We know Samuel Okowa Ayade, they presented their budget. If you're interested, if you want to have the budget preview, you get that on page 29. And I think we should take our time to see what our governors are submitting. Yes, about time we know. So maybe just that way, going forward, we know, when to call out the federal government and we know when to call out the state government. Hi, Gracie Mafidon. How are you doing? It's good to have you on the broadcast. Thank you for being here. Okay, I think we've taken as much as on Tribune. We'll be moving to another paper. But if you're just joining in, thank you for being here. Welcome to the broadcast. Please do also like this broadcast, share, and invite someone. Our next paper is going to be The Punch. All right, on The Punch, we have FG opens FG opens talks with investors on Lagos Calabar Rail. Zenith Bank's third quarter earnings rise to 620 billion naira. Airlines spend $192 billion on Jet A1. You are wrong, Tinubu not selfish, Ononuga replies Akintoye. Terror alert, federal government detains 35 suspected ISWAP fighters. Tension Heightens. UK issues fresh alert. Inspector General releases emergency phone numbers, calls for vigilance. FCTA demolishes shanties. Jabi shopping mall shuts. Other facilities tighten security. Efforts to take delivery of additional fighter helicopters in December. And the picture story would be Lagos recruiting 423 firemen. They had the event yesterday, and they have new fire truck. So kudos to Sanwo-Olu for this fire incident, fire breakout, as is one that has given, especially as we go into this December period, as we're going to as we approach the Yenitude period, where businesses, companies seem to experience lots and lots and lots of fire outbreak, like the famous Balogu Market, Lagos Island. They always, and you have like trade fair, and these are fire incidences that takes, that consumes products worth millions and even billions, and you see people, you read this one collapsed from the fire incidents, or this one just died, this one just took loan, and they're affected by this, and this news is usually doesn't leave these people the same way. It does something to them, and we know it's been happening recently. So let's hope that with 423 new firemen and new trucks, as you could see from the picture, we hope that our fire service response will be very rapid. Yes, will be very rapid. And also we have here Lagos Delta Cross River presents 2.58 trillion naira budget. Chidima transferred 5 million naira from Ataga's account, and that's by a witness. And here we have flood threatens 1.9 trillion naira. CBN agri schemes loses mounts. Okay, now this report is by CBN, and the agri schemes, the package, the deals that they have for farmers. I just read that 80% already was of farmlands already were are destroyed, and now the flood has just finished everything, and all the loans and all of this has been given to farmers. I mean, how do you even begin to ask them for this monies back, especially the ones that you can verify? I mean, you go to these places and you can't even begin to ask them. CBN just has to look for a way to find a way with the federal government for them to and see how to still help these people, because we'll be needing them to go into the farm, do their thing, and see to it that the nations or the people of Nigeria have food to eat and have some for export also. And now they are coming out to say 1.9 trillion. The flood has made us to lose a scheme, agri scheme, worth 1.9 trillion. Yesterday or the day before yesterday, Fashola said in the news that a a transport facility that is worth about 80 billion naira. He went to one of those sites affected by the flood, and he saw that that structure is, has been destroyed by the flood, and that structure is worth 80 billion naira. Now, when we look at all of these projects, these are projects that money was borrowed from. They borrowed money for this project, and it's all just going away. So the debt, everything is for nothing at the end of the day. If and it's going to take them 3 years to draw up a master plan on how to salvage the whole situation. So I hope I'm trying to analyze this, break it down for us to understand how much damage this thing is having on us, and how we cannot afford to, continue with short-sighted presidents or leaders. We are still servicing loans, and we are servicing in millions. We are servicing in billions. We've not even started paying the loans. And now the very projects, the very infrastructure, the very structures, the everything that we could projects that we collected this money from, the flood is washing it all away. Okay, not all away, but I mean, CBN has come out to say their agreed funds is 1.9. Yesterday, Fashola said it, and this is just Lagos. 80 billion naira, and we're not talking about the other states. And they're not, of course, they dare not, the governors would dare not come and say the state assets, and the damages that it is doing, because then again, there is the case of how we see that you are not doing anything with the ecological funds. That is up to the tune of 1 trillion naira. And the last time we were in such a disastrous situation, it was 10 years ago. So over 10 years, so you're looking at how much, and it has not been used, and now they can't even provide proper shelter for people. People are just in places where they are being bitten by mosquito. I mean, we know how deadly malaria is. So how do they go? How do they go to the hospital? They will enter that water, go to the hospital, and come back and sleep in that same open space, and they're drinking those water, and they will bathe with the water, and and they expect people to be okay. And these are the same people that are supposed to go out and vote. All right, let's move on to another story. We've taken all the stories. Okay, so federal government detained. Yes, this story on the terror alert. This thing that our government are using to play us anyhow. 35 suspected ISWAP fighters were arrested in Abuja. And this was due to the collaboration between, they said that unnamed or with assistance from external military group. So they're not even coming out to say, okay, this is what is happening, or okay, we don't even, maybe for security's sake, we don't need to know everything, but we know. So since we know, give us something. Oh, you see men walking around. We have the military, the American military here with us. So do not say something. You are just in your house and you see American soldiers and Nigerian soldiers, coming into your space. Of course you are scared. I mean, in Nigeria today, of course you don't know what's happening. And we know, everybody knows. So why would Lai Mohammed come out, speaking for the government, come out and say that nothing of such is happening? And there are results from this. So what would have happened if this intel did not come? This intel that came on so strong that they had to start evacuating. So what would have happened? And we are letting it just go like that. We are not. What is the DSS doing? They had to be forced to work on this, to work with this particular intelligence. And the brazen nature for Lai Mohammed. I mean, I don't think he just left his house, he woke up and he just came out. I mean, his aides would have said, would have given him what to say and assure him that everything is just going to, they're just going to throw everything under the carpet. Nobody's going to know anything. Mr. Machiavelli, how are you doing? Good day. Welcome to the broadcast.
Thank you very much. Good morning, my lovely sister, and good morning to every one of you, and also to those in.
Mr.
Yes,
Machiavelli?
can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Please, if you can hear Mr. Machiavelli, please let me know in the comment section. I can hear him, and I want to be sure that it is
I can hear you loud and clear.
okay. I can hear you now. All right. How
Okay,
are you doing today, sir?
I'm very great. Thank you very much, my lovely sister, and to all of you, those in the comment section, and those concerned citizens who are around the globe watching. Well, the fact is, when this alert, the intel came, I spoke on here the first day how this is the United States issued and now the United Kingdom. And Malami came out and say it is not as severe the way they think that people should carry out their business. And how many ISWAP do they arrest now? That is to tell you they didn't even arrest them. Now watch. In other cities, these were people arrested in the capital city. God forbid if the capital city is captured, the whole Nigeria is captured. That is the thing. So if external countries are giving you an intel like that, you need to take it serious. Because it's not something you just play on, like, okay, let's just leave it. Everybody go back to your normal business. But what is happening in the country? They are giving you intel. Don't ask them where they got it from. Work on it first. You told the citizens to be aware, to be cautious. Don't worry about it. Don't make us go hyper. We are already in hypertension, Oga. We are already because you don't understand. This is when you elect people that don't understand what intel means. They don't understand how to tackle it. This is how they play their game. This is
Mr.
why.
Machiavelli, is it
Yeah.
really a case of not understanding or a case of just folding and see, let's break this down, right? They've been getting intels. DSS will say we sent intels to this, the House of Representatives will say we sent intel to that, and nobody is acting on it. And when these people get arrested, we see how they get released in numbers based on presidential pardon or for rehabilitation sake, that they will still use our money, right, to set these people up. And all of that is happening. They are having intels that they are not even using. They are releasing these people.
Do you know what the fact
So is it that
is
they really don't know, or they are you can't say they really don't know at this point.
I don't think they know. The fact is, I don't think they understand. In every countries of the world, the president of every state or country is being briefed every day what is happening, counterintelligence, intel every day. This is a review, it's every day. Those who live in the United States, United Kingdom, Australia, they give you intel. They brief you, your intelligence, they're like the DSS, or these are security operative that knows about the intel. They brief the president what is happening around them, and this is why they should take it serious. You know, when you don't understand what intel is and you don't even know what it takes, say they are incompetent. Let's just put it like that. They are not. They don't even understand what it is. So if they understand what it is, they should know what they're supposed to do. Because if such intelligence come to other countries like the United States, the United Kingdom, they are going to raise their terror alert to severe, and you see measures going in as fast as you. They don't even put you the citizen. They will just bring so many information. You will understand that something is not right. This is what they're doing. Hours they come to the national TV and tell you, "Don't worry, everything is calm." Like what are the countermeasures? Now you are arresting and you are telling these people that it's just a hoax. So tomorrow when they get intelligent, will they tell you? Because you are already calling them fake news. So we need to be proactive. Not just denying, oh, okay, what, let's say they didn't give us intelligence. Let's just say that. But what has been going on in the country? Are you not, are we not already in hypertension? And these people are telling you that there's imminent something. Just take it serious. That is how it works. You just go along with it. Like, okay, this is what these are our allies. For crying out loud, they are our allies. Your allies is telling you there's something coming. Then you take it. You be proactive about it. Stop making it look as if, hey, nothing, don't worry, nothing. You just bluff it up. It's fake news. What are you talking about? This is why we must elect competent leaders. Some people who understand what this ABC. It's not these people that we just give, they don't even know what to do. I'm saying our security operative, they understand what this thing is. It's just that the people in the affairs of holding these positions, they don't even know how to instruct them. It's like a police officer telling you, please don't go there. There's something happening there. And you, as the person you are telling them is fake news. They will leave you to it. It's simple. So it's just bad that my fear is, how can these terrorists were arrested in the capital city. It's not even in the suburb like other cities, in the capital. It's very, I'm afraid. It's not them. They should not just, Nigeria should take it serious. The only thing we as citizens to advise them, please, anything you see, please report to the nearest police station. Be proactive. Don't just wave things like that, because things are getting more serious. We should be proactive as citizens. Check. Look where you go. Don't be in the crowd places. All these things we need to use it to educate our people. That's all. Because our government, we need to change our government ASAP. That's all I can say. The one of Sanwo-Olu, the one he's doing, and will not be clapping hands for all these governors or anything. Firefighters, is it an achievement? Why are people just clapping? Firefighter, you guys are doing this thing because there's election coming. I call this thing voter suppression. Please stop doing these things and putting it on the TV. Oh, we are breathing fire. How long have you been there, Mr. Sanwo-Olu? Is it now you are seeing there is a fire is burning in this thing in Ikeja? Now you want to go and bring firefighter, you're putting it on the news. Everybody's thanking you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you for what? This is how we Africans have been saying thank you to this aid they give to us. Nonsense. The basic fundamental thing of a governor is to provide to make sure that the citizens get what they ask for. Don't use it as a political themes like all these governors are doing. It annoys me. Is it now you are bringing it? The other day you went to hype increasing their salary. What have you been doing ever since? The citizen will ask you, oh, God, where are you going to get this money? And you are going to use to pay. Imagine now you fail and you never win the governorship election. You're not re-elected again. Who is going to carry out this thing? After making promises, we are not blind anymore. Nigerians should have to take their pen and paper and start making calculation. Now, where are we heading to? You are talking about the flood victim, do you understand? I'm not thinking all these things that we use money in borrowing and building to at least invest into the country to bring money. It's not bringing anything. Now that everything is destroyed. We are still servicing our debt. Money everywhere. Looting money from one state. If you ask them, they'll tell you Nigeria does not have money. Some Accountant General stole almost 150 billion. Allegedly. Now, where is who are we going to go and meet now? And even from the flood victim, a country we call the giant of Africa. You could not, there's nothing like a proactive measures, like government is building shelters for those people affected by the flood. They are moving them, they are supplying medicine. We are not seeing this thing on TV.
And they're telling people to move. They're telling people to get ready and to start evacuating. Where
are they evacuating to? Where did they build a shelter? Where did they build a shelter?
There are no roads. I mean, in situations like this, people usually would want to go back home to their villages.
Exactly.
You can't even access home.
They don't, because when they leave this thing to be too much, like a long time ago, you don't see this thing coming. You don't even know. Let me tell you, in the United States, there was a time where they have what is called hurricane season. The meteorologists track this thing to actually tell the citizen, please leave this place. Even until the day it happened, they will still keep tracking it, moving people, giving them, measures, what to do to our own zero. And now the president is telling the minister they should please give him a plan in 90 days. 90 days is how much? There's how many? That's 3 months. 3 months. You're already out of the door in less than, in January or February, you are out there. You're already out. Now tell me where we're heading to. And now the minister, is he a minister of environment? I don't know. He came out and said the way we can deal with this flood, it should be more than even 10 years. Hey! So
no,
we have nothing to write home about. Is that what you are telling us?
Did you miss the part where he said that it's going to take 3 years for them to even come up with a master
That's what I'm
plan?
saying. 3 years. Okay, let's say 3 years. How many days makes a year? 365 days. So that 365 days, nothing. These people will just open their mouth in the air and they will just die of hunger, die of starvation, die of diseases, everything before you now come out with a measure. Hi, Nigeria, who do now like this? Who do us like this? It makes me cry because you cannot just see people just lick. Hi, God.
These are the same set of people that are very thoughtful enough to think of a huge severance package for themselves after such a terrible job.
See, I must tell Nigerians, I must keep telling Nigerians, until we all wake up, don't say because you are living abroad, and I told you the other day that your citizenship does not guarantee you anywhere you live in the world. It doesn't guarantee you. You need to fight for your home. If all of us just keep quiet and just say, I'm already abroad, what is my business? It's your business because the place of birth is written in that your passport you are holding. You are a Nigerian. So everybody is all hands on deck right now. We must make sure we deliver for Nigerians now. Because if we failed, again, what can I tell my generation? This is why it makes me cry. What am I going to tell my generation? What would I tell my children that I did? Today we will sing of Tafawa Balewa. We sing of the Pan-African. These people fight until they went to their grave to deliver for their people. Our people we are carried away with material things. Everything everybody want to go, but you don't even think back where you are coming from. AG, so almost billions of naira. You cannot even hold this person account to bring this money. But other people, you go and arrest them somewhere and keep them in solitary confinement. What is the point? Please, Nigerians, wake up. This is not the time we need to just be keeping quiet. This is the time we must be active. Let these people know that this country does not belong to them. You cannot be looting what you don't even have. This thing belongs to us. It's ours. It just makes me cry because there are people dying right now, right as I'm talking. People have not even eaten since the day before yesterday. They don't even have a way, they don't even have a place to call their home. And some of us will come here, we will just want to make it look as if we are just playing now here. We're not playing. This is serious. People, embassies the countries are removing their citizens from our country. That tells you that it's a failed state. Everybody want to run. Everybody want to jack back. I understand, but this is our country. We cannot leave it. It's painful. Each time I read the newspaper, you don't see anything positive coming out of our country. It's always negative. What did we do to commit it? We've not done anything to commit this crime. It's a country where we live. Our passport is worthless. Now we are printing money. Printing another. What has that got to do with what they are telling us now that this is going to make our inflation? Inflation will go down for where? Your printing money does not mean the inflation will go down because there's nothing happening in the system. Right, you are praying to God to help you when you are not doing your work. How can God help you? You leave you just die with him over there. That's what it is. Please, my people, I'm begging you. We all must stand up. We all must wake up now to save our country because it's dying. Thank you.
All right, thank you very much, Mr. Machiavelli. And oh dear, what a time! But happy birthday to you, bro. We wish you good success over here.
I
I'm sure
don't even
we'll
think about my, to be honest, my sister, I don't even think about my birthday anymore, because you say happy birthday now, you just, do you know that that's 365 days completed? Do you understand? Imagine a child born at that time in a country where you live is already having, is already having a goal in life. The parents have already set a goal for him or her. But in my country, a child born today does not even have a goal. The country, the government does not even have a plan. It makes me cry.
But you still have to take our wishes. This is from Madam Florence. Madam Florence, how are you doing? Good day to you, ma. It's good to have you here. She says, "Happy birthday to you, brother Israel. Another year and another reason to
Thank you very
celebrate."
much, my lovely sister, Efrata Catfish. I love you.
Cheers to life. And of course, this is from our dearest mother on here, Mommy Diaspora. She says, "Happy birthday. Um, Happy birthday to you, Israel Asemota. May the good Lord bless you with good health, long life with all your heart desires in Jesus' mighty name. Amen and amen."
Thank you
Happy
very
birthday.
much, lovely mom, lovely mommy. Thank you so much for all you do for this wonderful channel. And I'm dedicating this birthday to all Nigerians. Please, all hands on deck. Let us put our resources to save our country. Children are dying. Adults they don't have life. Mothers and fathers, they are all having mental health issue because of a place they call their country that never delivered for them. Please, I'm begging you. I'm dedicating this. Let us save our country. We are dying. Please. Thank you.
All right, thank you very much for that. I wanted to complete the take on what happened in Abuja, what's happening currently in Abuja. A joint operation launched by the Department of State Services, the National Intelligence Agency, the police, and other security agencies has successfully dismantled a terror cell and arrested 5 Islamic State West Africa province commanders, that's ISWAP, and 30 fighters. The Punch gathered that the terror suspects were apprehended at their hideouts in different locations in Abuja, Mararaba, and other satellite towns in Federal Capital Territory. Our correspondent learned that the suspects were being held at a DSS facility. The arrests were made amid heightened tension in the nation's capital as the popular Jabi Lake Mall shut its doors to shoppers and visitors on Thursday, citing the security situation. And other ones, like schools, churches, a lot of people have closed down. People are going back home. And now, let's talk about ISWAP. ISWAP, ISWAP. These are the same people, right, that are fighting Boko Haram on Nigerian soil. Now, these people truly drive me crazy. These two terrorist group, it is usually ISWAP, that gets intel and they prepare, they plan, and they plan how to attack Boko Haram, and they always get them. They will subdue them, they will kill some will flee, they will take they usually will kill them and take their weapons. They are very merciless. Now, these are the people that we are dealing with. This same terrorist group that are fighting on our land. It's when you look at all of these things, okay. So we have the government that pardons these terrorists. See, there's nothing you would actually say. That's what it is. That is just what it is. Someone that's a group of people that goes to somewhere and they are killing people, and you say that they are changed. What kind of change are we talking about? The same change that the government has given to us. I mean, what other kind of change that will make you release somebody on rehabilitation using our own money to take care of these people, and they are always released in hundreds? And these same people are the ones that will now be fighting and killing themselves and killing us on our own soil. And these are the same people that it has taken foreign bodies and foreign intel, to save us from whatever could have been, because we cannot say right now. And our own government will come on national TV and lie to us. Mr. By Maxwell, let's just go ahead with your submission. Welcome to the broadcast.
Thank you so much, Sister Emma. Good morning to my co-panelists. Good morning to the great people of Niger Watch family that are watching us and those in the comment section. It is very, very obvious that Nigeria is in a confused state as we speak. The worst thing that will happen to any government is to see diplomats fleeing your country because of insecurity. They were warned before. They told them that look, the worst thing a government would do is to allow terrorists, rebels to come close to your house. If they come close to your house, you will find it difficult to expel them from your house. It is always better to meet them at the point of start. Wherever they start, that is where you're supposed to follow them, barring them from gaining ground. Now, due to religion, due to ethnicity, they have allowed them to gain ground, and they are now multiplying, building sleeper cells all over the country. Don't be surprised that the entire forest of the old southern Nigeria has been taken over by these people. You don't know them. They can live within you. They don't have a strategic mode of operandi. They can just be within you. You don't even know who you are speaking to. This is how they operate. They engage in what we call jungle tactics. In a jungle warfare tactics, or what you normally call asymmetric. This is how they operate. Don't know them. They don't have specific, strategy. They can just hit you in what we call wale, ambush. And they can come close to you. You don't know. No matter how long it's going to take them, they will be there monitoring you. And at the right time, they will strike you. And they strike the soft targets. This warnings has been there for the Nigerian government, but they are taking it with absolute levity. It is a known fact that Nigeria is capable of taking care of insecurity. So much amount of money has been voted out for insecurity to curb it. But are you sure that these monies voted out are channeled to where they are meant to go to? You can see the soldiers crying in the war front, those that are engaging these terrorists, face to face, physically. They are crying. They are crying for non-payment. Do you know how much they pay them? They pay them, I think, nothing more than 3,000 naira a day. I don't even know how much that one is, considering the level of inflation in Nigeria as we speak. How can you pay such people? What is the morale for these people or incentive for these people to fight? They don't have weapons. They don't have ammunition to fight. Look at the kind of feeding they give them there. I have seen so many videos on how the water they drink. When I was in Liberia, I was being fed.
Hello. You are telling me they are paying them $4 every day.
I don't actually, because I heard that. I said I'm not sure even they are paying them up to 3,000 naira a day. The last time I heard was, I think, about 1,000 or so, and it was disgusting to me. I do not know, but somebody, if you have information on how much they pay them on the field, please give me the information before I make wrong statements here. It's not over 3,000.
So Mr. Van, you are saying aside their salary, they have like daily allowance for those that are sent into the battlefield.
Yes, we call it operational allowance. Apart from, even if you go outside, it's paid in dollars. It's paid in dollars. And if you are in your own country too, they are going to pay you what we call operational allowance, apart from your salary. That is what they pay them. And they are going to be equipped, FSMO, to engage these people. Because if you don't incentivize them, what are they going to fight? How would they fight? How would they get the courage to fight? You don't equip them with the, with the resources to fight. They are military accoutrement and hardware to fight. How would they? Are they going to fight with their bare hands? With these people that are coming from outside, heavily supported by some of the strongest countries in the world. This is where Nigerians are not getting it. These people are being sponsored by the strongest countries around the world that we just want to make them settle in that place, allow them to get that place, and begin to carry on with their demonic intention all over the world. Nigeria is a target, and when you tell the people of Nigeria and the government these informations, they take it with absolute levity. Today, your diplomats are moving away. When your diplomats start leaving your country, you are in a deep mess. You are in a deep mess. Nigerians are on their own. Just imagine if these people did not come. You see what they said when these people were arrested. For how long have they been in Abuja? For how long have these people been in Abuja?
That is a question, my brother. That is a very good question.
Good. The last time, and they have informations, on how to get Sunday Igboho. They have information on how to get Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. They have information on how to get ESN that are fighting the invaders of their forest. But you don't have information right under your legs in Abuja that these people has taken over an estate. They didn't want to call it. It is an estate based on what one of my active comrades told me. They were in a particular estate in Abuja. How did they get in there? Where is the security? Where is the DSS?
Excuse me, they pay them $1.50 every day.
Okay, $1.50. That is about less than 1,000 naira.
Yeah, just call it 1,000
okay.
naira.
So how do you fight with that?
Let me understand this, Mr. Vine, and thank you for that, Mr. Chubuzo. Thank you. So aside this allowance, are they still the ones that provide for their food, or they provide for their food, they eat collectively?
You see, this is why I said the journalists in Nigeria are one of the problem of Nigerians as well. Look, when I was in Liberia, I fed myself with the money that they were paying me in Liberia. Nigeria cannot feed you and feed you properly. We were going to bushes to go and fetch firewood in Liberia to cook our foods. You know what can happen when you go to the bush to fetch firewood. In fact, this platform, I don't have time to explain some certain things, my own experience. But irrespective of that, I fought for my life. First, to save my life and the flag of that country. I never said I would not fight because I'm hungry or they didn't feed me. In Liberia, we were feeding ourselves with the operation allowance they were paying us there. That is why so many soldiers could not save even a penny to come. The food they were giving to us, they were supplying us through Victory River ship. If you test the oil, the red oil was just like acid. When they use it to cook for you, you cannot even eat it. So most of the soldiers that believed in eating those food fell sick. Most of the people that died in that operation died as a result of malnutrition and poisonous food that we were fed in Liberia. So this is exactly what is going on in that particular place. I am not sure that that system has been changed. And they will vote money to feed these people. You will see the middlemen and so on and so forth. The commanders and the directors would divert it. They will share it into 6 and feed them with 1 part and collect 5 parts of it. That is what is going on. And this is where I want the investigative journalists in Nigeria to investigate. Not by going after when the thing has happened and begin to seek for eyewitness. That is what is going on. The soldiers are not properly taken care of. All these informations are there, and you have vested interest. You have vested interest. You remember the utterances of the president when Goodluck Jonathan was fighting these people with people that doesn't have sympathy of the terrorists. You saw what happened. Yet you voted that same man to come and lead you. What do you think that will happen? You see it happening today. They are releasing them. They are making ways for them to enter into your prisons to release them at will. What does it show? Can't you people, join these things together and find out what is really going on in that country? It is pathetic that a whole country like Nigeria with so much wealth, so much, human resources, so much pride cannot tackle this ragtag elements that keeps terrorizing Nigeria. Is it not shameful that an outsider will come from outside and come into Nigeria and begin to kidnap Nigerians' rights on their ancestral land? It is unheard of. It's a shameful thing to in fact, I am very, very surprised and sick, tired of what the Nigerian government is doing to their people. Thank you, and God bless you.
Thank you, Mr. Vine Maxwell. Thank you. So those each and every one of you on here, thank you for being here. Please take out time to like this broadcast, share, invite someone to the broadcast, and click on the link. Join the conversation. Join the conversation. Do well to also drop a message. Today is Mr. Machiavelli's birthday, so please do well to say something nice. Yes, please. And
Machiavelli,
yes.
happy birthday to you. I forgot to acknowledge you. Happy birthday to you, my brother. May God bless you and keep you long.
Thank you very much, Mr. Vine Maxwell.
All right, thank you, gentlemen. All right, we'll move on to our next panelist, Mr. Nsbidi. Mr. Nsbidi, welcome to the broadcast. Please just go ahead with your submission. Okay, I think we'll be moving on. Mr. Tunaija, how you doing? Good day to you, sir.
Yeah, good day. Thank you for having me here, Emma, and greetings to everyone on the panel, the chat, and the viewers. I heard what you said earlier on, Emma, about the foreigners giving us intelligence and our governments are lying to us. Both of them could be lying to us. We don't know, and we have to be careful about giving that's appearing to give people that are enslaved our forefathers and colonize our countries and suck our blood right in this very day the benefit of the doubt. Vine Maxwell actually said just now how these people are the ones responsible for creating these problems that we have, like the terrorists and all of them. They are being funded, of course, and they're from somewhere because they know if our country gets its act together, a lot of things are going to change for them, and they understand that. So we have to. I've been saying this forever, and this thing is not going to change. This is our security situation; it's not going to change, and because of it, our country is not going to change. No country changes if their security posture doesn't change. Look at the Burkina Faso, which is very interesting. What happened recently? They've had 2 coups in 1 year, and they are a population of 21 million, and they had about 6,000 something soldiers. They had about 6,000 something soldiers. Their country is so unstable. So now, yesterday or 2 days ago, the government decided to call for recruitment of 50,000 people into the military in 1 day. They were able to do that. But if you told Nigerians or Africans before that, they'll say, oh no, they don't have the money, they don't have the way. How can they do that? It's impossible. In 1 day, they called 50,000 people to join their military because somebody wanted to make a difference, want to change something. And it took a coup for the right person to come in place for them to make that kind of move. Because these insults that came into the country, they cut the government off from some part of the country. They cut the government off. And the same thing was happening in Mali too. These people, that's what they are trying to do in Nigeria. For all we know, we don't know what is going on here. For all we know, what we are facing in Nigeria is a war between 2 sides. One side wants to destroy the country, the other side wants to save the country. And we have not gotten to the level where Mali was, where they told Mali not to even leave government, not to go to some parts of the country. Can you imagine Nigerian government being told, don't go to the entire south, or don't go to the southeast at all, don't go near? That's what was happening in some countries in Nigeria. Only foreigners were able to go there. It's crazy. We are being kind of taken over slowly, and we are just allowing it to happen. Thank God some governments are pushing back against these things. In the context of Nigeria, I'm not shocked they are in Abuja. I'm not shocked they can be in Lagos. They can be anywhere. Who is checking them? Who is monitoring everything? I'm even surprised that they've been able to arrest some people. And this thing, what you said, Emma, about some of them being arrested and then they get freed. See, this type of discourse is why we are divided. We are divided because we always see the pain of other people as different from ours. Our own pain is different from theirs. We are all in the same mess, and we all know that already. We say that all the time, but yet we go on to say, "Oh, they released them," but they released the Niger Delta militants too. They sent them overseas. Tom Polo was one of them. They are giving him now. Can you imagine if this was a Muslim guy that were giving billions by the federal government to do a job? We will lose our mind. But this is what we do in Nigeria. We don't see ourselves. We only see someone. We don't feel the pain of our fellow Nigerian on the other side of the pond or the other side of the country. And we really need to start seeing that if we are going to fix this country, because things that we are going through, like this flooding problem, the issue with what they call it, corruption and pipeline theft. If we want to deal with it, we need everybody on board. This is anything we try to do fails. They're talking about 3 years just to come up with a plan to deal with flooding. We don't even know how lucky we are in Nigeria. America gets hit by hurricane season every year. Properties getting destroyed. They rebuild quickly. We don't even have to go through some of all those things. But yet we can't even figure it out. We are like Esau. God has given us so much, but we don't even value it. We are there backbiting and fighting each other. The ones that understand the value of what we have, this is what has meant. This is why they are doing better than us. Because they have been brought up in Europe that is very, very hot. Europe is very, very, if you know how hard life is, without technology in Europe, you're not going to last long. And then they go to America to go and live. Without technology in America, you're not going to last long. Florida will not be there. With hurricane hitting it every year, earthquake in California constantly. How many earthquakes have we had in Nigeria? How many massive hurricanes have we had in Nigeria? What is the worst natural disaster Nigeria suffers compared to what other people suffer? We have been given the best lands, the rich soil, everything. And we complain and just backbite each other, and we can't even figure out how to run our own territories. We have 200 million people. We can't even get them into the military. This is the problem we are facing here. If you want to fix your country, you have everything you need to do it. It's just the people that can't get their head out of their backside in terms of blaming each other for everything, instead of them to take responsibility. We are all responsible for this mess. I'm taking responsibility for the mess we are in, and I wish I had a better word to describe these things so you will truly get it. I am alarmed. That's why I don't care about party politics. I'm more about fixing our system. Then party politics is luxury for people that have that luxury. We don't have it. They just are circling, they're taking advantage of us. They release a terror alert. We all go into a panic, into a frenzy. They tell us to release Kano. We all go into a frenzy. That is the people that don't understand their power yet. I just hope that within this, I wouldn't use the word hope. We have to be quite deliberate about it. We have to make specific demands, and we have the opportunity now. Because Peter Obi is one guy, you can say whatever you like. He does listen, and I also see what he has done recently that I really am surprised about, and it confirms my opinion for selecting him as the ideal candidate. One of my last opinions about it, that he went to Haiti in 2010. He went to Haiti. And I remember saying that the reason why I support a Southern Christian president is because they understand, or they see the diaspora, the Nigerian diaspora, and they also see the greater diaspora. The diaspora, their spending power is chasing $2 trillion. $2 2 trillion. Do you know how much Nigeria's national budget is? I think last year was about 26 billion. A northern leader will not see them, don't care about them. He will go, the northern leader like Buhari will go to Washington every year. I think New York, they go for New York for UN this thing, assembly this thing, and he never cares about African Americans. Nothing. Not Brazilian, nobody. Comes back here and gives us garbage, lies to us. And I like what Van Maxwell said about our journalists and all these our elites. They lie to us constantly about our opportunities and our potential in this world. We just squander it all the time, and we have the ability to do it. Let's not be Esau here. Let's be a child or a people that were given so much, delivered a lot. That's all I'm saying. We have to take care of our security levels. This our security level is pathetic. We have been kept and lied to that this is normal. It's not normal. That's not how other countries are. Our transparency level needs to increase seriously. This is why they are able to spend money. When I said we should be making government accounts public, if not to the entire public, let all institutions see what all institutions are doing with their funding. So that the moment you go into any government institution, you are able to see the transaction in real time. We have to increase transparency significantly, and we have to reinforce this in our national unity. This divisive attitude that we have is our biggest downfall. That's what brought slavery to us, in transatlantic slavery. That's what brought colonization to us. If we don't take care of it, we are going to have this problem. And I think we have the capacity to do it. This generation has the capacity to do it. We just need to start doing it. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Tonanja. It's good to have you on the broadcast. So you question my empathy on not extending it, or for not extending it to people who kill innocent people. How am I supposed to, like, this ones now that has been apprehended? I mean, I'm here thinking, why are they still detaining these people? The ones that they detained 2 months, 2 years ago, they are still in prison, escaping and getting pardons, and they are going to add this one that people have taken out mistakenly, gone to raid, and and you expect me to have sympathy for those kind of people? I'm sorry.
I'm not talking
I
about
don't understand.
sympathy. I'm saying that you should understand why our government is weak. That's why they are doing these
No,
stupid things.
you have to understand their pain. You said something like I should
No,
understand.
you
Oh
should
no,
know why. Because the same thing
I
happened in
see
the South.
pain. To see pain differently. Oh, I see pain differently. I think you said something like
Yes,
that.
yeah, because you see they are differently from happening in the South. What the same thing happened in this? I gave an example where the Niger Delta
Okay,
used that were
okay.
responsible for killings
So,
too.
no, so you didn't by any way mean that that I should that the presidential pardon should not be such a big thing, right? Or that I should feel sorry for them too. I
No,
just
I
wanted
don't
it.
think we should be even releasing any of. I don't think we should release Kano.
Okay.
I don't think because the state is weak. Any other
No,
country would jail
I'm
them.
not talking about Kanu here. I'm talking about these terrorists, these ones that kill people, that kidnap them and they don't meet the ransom, or they meet the ransom, they kill people. These ones that go from house to house, from farm to farm. I'm talking about the terrorists. I'm talking about the bandits. I'm talking about anybody with any name that kills innocent people. I was arrested and then they get to be freed again, and they are still killing and kidnapping people. These are the ones I'm talking about.
They
And
should
these
they
are
should
these
not
are
be
the ones
freed.
getting the pardon. These are the ones getting. Okay, I just wanted to be clear on that. Thank you for clearing me on that.
But the
Let's
South
move on to
South, what I wanted to clear was that the South did the same thing, and we didn't complain about that then.
that. Okay, the likes of Tom Polo that got pardon.
Yes, they did the same thing in the South.
But we had a broadcast here concerning that, and people reacted that, are we entrusting security into the hands of these ones? We talked about it on here. Nigerians criticized it.
But
They were
half of
not
the
pleased
people
about it.
agreed with it. Half of the people agreed with it that they should do that, and not to mention the ones they sent overseas for training and all the rest. We all sat here, even during I think Obasanjo or Jonathan's time when they did all this. So my take is that it's because the state is weak. That's why all these things need to happen. If you break the law, you're meant to pay for it. If you attack people and kill people, why should you walk free?
Right. All right, Mr. Tunaja, let's catch all the people's submission. Thank you for being on the broadcast. It's always good to have you here. And this comment is by Push Mom. I'm so sorry. I missed you on the panel. She says, I appreciate all Niger Watch family. Yay. I still maintain my word. Buhari is the best thing that had happened to Nigerians because most of us haven't been voting like me, but I can't wait for the election day. B. All right. Thank you.
Mrs. Aima, Madam Aima, can I respond to that lady, the push mom? How can we be happy that we have a person that said he want to give us back our election? Which means the election you came through with was not credible. That's what you're telling us. Are we to be happy about it, or a country, a democratic system of government? This is not, it's not that we are not to be pleading for it. It is our right that they give us a free and fair election where you can vote and you be voted for, and also a fair for all. They shouldn't claim it to be, oh, he's the Messiah that came and give us free, everybody to have a free and fair election. That is a disgrace, because in a democracy, it is free. So which means where he came from, the democracy he claimed that he's ruling now, it was not given to him by in a free and fair election. That is what he's trying to tell you. Thank you.
All right, thank you for that, Mr. Machiavelli. Mr. Chima Obi, how you doing, doctor? It's good to have you on the broadcast. I see that I jumped you. Apologies. How you doing, sir?
I'm doing good, Emma. Good morning, good afternoon, wherever you are. Thank you so much.
Right.
I've been listening, and the only thing that makes me come into the show today is Machiavelli? Happy birthday to you. And
thank you, my brother.
And I like what you said in your submission, that you said it is time for Nigeria to vote for a competent people. That is a bright word right there. Thank you so much for that wisdom. And I will use as an example, HIV virus, right? When it enters into our body, where HIV virus go is in the nucleus that contains the genome of our cells. And what it does when it enters inside that nucleus is to destroy that genome. And when it finally destroys it, you know what it does? It tells that our cell to make a new HIV DNA. And when they make that new HIV DNA, they will start killing every cells around there, destroy our own DNA. So that is what has happened to Nigerian security. These Boko Haram terrorists, ISWAP, they are inside our Nigerian DNA, which is the presidency. The presidency, they have destroyed it, and they make their own president. They make new cells in our military. And that is why when Machiavelli said that this is the right time for us to vote for competent people. All these things we have been saying here is all wonderful, but if we did not vote for competent people that can break this DNA, we need competent people that can break it down. And how are they going to break it down? They need to break these generals that are in our military, that today we don't know who is in our police uniform, who is in our military uniform, who is in our custom uniform, who is in our Air Force uniform. We don't know. And because we don't know, they kill us. They are in our uniform and they killed us. And we don't know. So this is our problem. The current government is destroyed. As Van Maswell said, you and your country and your allies are taking up their people in numbers in emergency evacuation, and you are not concerned. We are in a country where the Minister of Information, the mouth speak, and spoke of the country, came out and said that we should disregard that intelligence report. And we are not concerned. And today, the police is giving an order. So what does it have to tell us? The Minister of Information is telling Nigerians and the whole world a different thing, and the police are doing the opposite. As Lai Mohammed said, Nigeria is safe. And today, our people are dying from health crisis. I saw Jonathan yesterday inside the river, inside the ocean. So before we can ever get it right again, we must do the job, suffer the suffer, put the effort, and vote for competent people. That's all. There is no two ways about it. When Jonathan was in the office, he was fighting this Boko Haram. What happened? He called for help. When French military came, American military came, and they collaborated to fight this Boko Haram. What the Nigerians told them then? National Assembly called an emergency section and passed a bill that they should not shoot. They're only going to observe. And when those foreign countries left, what did they tell the world? That Nigeria does not have a human right. Nigerians killed their people and they know what is their problem. Since then till today, Nigeria has been killed in thousands. So before we can get it right, let us not deceive ourselves. As Van Maswell said, they have information to arrest Igbo. They have information to arrest Nnamdi Kanu. And they don't have an information to arrest Boko Haram terrorists. They only have information to release them. So we have to suffer the suffer now. Thank you, Mr. Machiavelli, and vote for competent candidate. And in this present situation, all the political parties we have, the only competent candidate we have today is in Labour Party. Tinubu said, security is there, everything is there, everything is there. There is nothing these people will offer or because they are part of the government. If Tinubu want to win election before, what he would have done, you told us physically that you make Buhari a president. You told us physically that without you, there will be no APC. And the same government you gave to us have killed us, have destroyed our resources, has made us be a laughing matter in outside world. And you are coming for us to give you our vote. Say no to injustice.
Sorry, you said something. I just wanted to confirm something you said, because you said something about House of Assembly passing a law telling foreigners not to shoot. Is
Yes,
that
National Assembly. Then
and they were telling foreigners not to shoot anybody in Nigeria.
Yeah, that they can only observe. They don't have to shoot terrorists when they see them. Go and verify it.
No. I'm saying personally, I think that's a good thing. Just go ahead. I just wanted to confirm that.
Yes, during Jonathan administration, the National Assembly made that law, emergency section, and passed the bill that the foreign organizers that collaborate together to help Nigerians to fight Boko Haram, the time Chibok girls was kidnapped, they told Nigerians, they told them they should not shoot, they should only observe. And these are the military that are going to the Sambisa forest to combat with the terrorists, and Nigerian government told them not to shoot when they see all those terrorists. And what did they do? They have to go. Go and verify. This National Assembly did that. And today,
I think that's important, because if you give foreigners right to shoot in your country, they could shoot anybody.
It is not anybody they are shooting. They have their geographical map.
Let me help you.
And they know where they are.
Uncle, let me help you there. You see, They had a target. Their object and target was, given to them, and they were not going to shoot any civilian to Niger. They were going there to attack the main terrorists. But those people that had this vested interest passed that emergency law, barring them from carrying out the mission objective that that brought them into the country. That is what my brother is explaining to you to Niger.
I get what he was saying, but on so many levels, I think it was the right decision. There's a reason why they kill a lion that eats human beings, because you don't want to give them a taste of our people's blood. And I think a good decision. They are not allowed to kill Nigerians.
To Niger, listen to me. I don't know if you have been in a war front before or understand the scenario that plays when these things happen. Look, let me tell you. There are decisive methods and actions a soldier takes when it comes to issues like this. And when a country decides to bring in mercenaries, those were mercenaries they brought in to help the Nigerian soldiers to tackle those people at that time. But instead of them to give them the free hand to do what they're supposed to do, they were hand tied. This is what this man is telling you. It doesn't mean that they were going there to kill civilians. Their target and objective were very, very clear and mentioned. It was not civilian that they were going to kill.
You know what other country that uses mercenaries heavily? Haiti. Their president was slaughtered in home without anybody having any injury. The president was killed in Haiti like that. So I'm just saying that it's not good to bring foreigners to start killing your citizens.
So Niger, please let's move on. We have other people on the line.
Yeah. Ima, hold on. Let me round up, please. Let me just round up. Yes. So thank you, Mr. Van Maswell, for always educating us. Okay, because when these people came, they have their own target. And okay, now let's say they did not kill any terrorist then. And from that particular time till now, what is happening? They have destroyed our military. What is happening? Our allies are leaving. And you are not concerned? Let me tell you, Mr. Machiavelli just said it here. The citizenship we have in overseas is just a privilege. It can withdraw any time, any give damn time. So since then till now, what is the fate and level? Only that they gave us a false information that there will be killing. The whole Nigeria is in panic mode. So what are we today? Thank you.
All right, thank you very much, Mr. Chimalvi. It was good to have you on the broadcast. Mr. NCBD, I don't know if you're available right now. Okay, Brother Nice, how are you doing? Good day to you, sir.
Hello.
Yeah, good day, Miss Ima.
Okay, Brother Nice, please let me go back to Mr. NCBD. I'll come back to you, please. Thank you. Thank you very much. Yes, how are you today? Good day. Welcome to the broadcast.
Yeah, I'm fine. Thank you so much, Sister Ima. You know, I waited. I saw to Niger. I knew he was going to do what he normally does. So I said, let me just go and do one or two things before I come back. But I've been listening to everything from the background, of course. And I think the thing is that one of the problems that we are having as Black people, Nigerians, we like I said the other time, we are too emotional. This kind of PTSD and you see whatever we have with these white people is making all of us think that not just white people, whether they are Chinese or Arabs, or it's making people feel like you have to first point a finger at these people before you point to yourself. Because as much as we are screaming, hey, there are some people that want to invade, take over, do all that. It is true, but who are they using? How many times have they caught these so-called, this SWAP, whatever their name is, terrorists, and you saw a white person there? How many times have they caught even their sponsors or their so-called How many of the accused have you seen that is from any other place other than where they call home? So, you see, the problem is that we have to first look inward. This miseducation or brainwashing or whatever it is the major problem that we have. And unfortunately, as much as we love our northern, brothers and sisters, we cannot rise up for them. We cannot rise up for them. They have to also stand up. If not, we will rise up and they will attack us. You saw what happened in NSAS. That is how it is. So they have to. We know that they are obviously we cannot generalize them. We know that there are some of them.
Let's be
Yeah,
clear on that. We cannot rise up for them, or you mean we cannot rise up for them if they are not willing to rise up for themselves.
exactly. If they are not willing to rise up as well, if not, it will be counterproductive. So we know that there are some. Obviously, we can. The North is not a monolith where everybody is, thinking or they have the same belief. But majority, as it appears, majority uh, obviously have one particular ideology. So please, we have to look inward, and at the same time, this security threat and all these things happening, these people brought it upon themselves just because of power. This thing started during the time of Jonathan's administration. We saw it unfold before our very eyes. It's not like the Jonathan said it how many times that these people have taken over, all over his government. He said Boko Haram is in his government. Everybody is saying it. Then he left. These people, what did they promise if he had won or when he won the other time? That they will make it ungovernable. So the problem now is, are they still on that page? That is where now people need to do the investigation, find out, are they still on that, or is everything we are seeing just an unforeseen escalation from their end, or is it still part of the agenda? Because let us understand what we are dealing with first. Because there is no way in the world where these things can be going on and there will be no solution, or there will be no significant reduction in the violence and in the insecurity cases that we are seeing. So it just shows us that definitely this thing is not as disconnected as we are thinking it is. We might not want to. We might be saying, "Oh, it's conspiracy theory, all this and that, all this and that." But what are we seeing every day in, day out? What are we seeing? All the people that have been so-called arrested, where are they? Terrorists. You just hear news that, oh, they have gone somewhere, or they have catch 50 terrorists, they have done that. After catching them, what did we hear again? Oh, they have gone, they have blown the police station or whatever station, and people are out. So the problem is that we need to. That's what I'm saying. Even Peter Obi, that should not even be the question if he's the right person or not. The question is it too late? Because all these things that we have been doing after they have succeeded for decades, to tell you that the people that want your good are the ones that want your problem. And now that we have seen that the whole thing is a scam, the whole thing was a lie, then I just hope that it's not too late. The people that you're accusing of playing tribal politics in the beginning, they are the ones now that seem to be the ones fighting to unite the country. Then the people that you say they are very good politicians that play united politics, one went to the north and said, don't vote for Yoruba and Igbo. The other one went to his people in the west, in the southwest, and say Yoruba local. So who is now uniting the people? So all this thing is a scam, but it's just quite unfortunate that we're discovering it now. But at the same
Correct.
time, let us hope that Let us hope that things will change, because I feel like Obi is not naive. I don't know how many times he's going to prove to people that he's not a naive politician. He's someone that does a lot of homework, research, consultations everywhere. We see him how he moves, and I'm sure there are even things that he does not share. He's probably sharing what he knows that people need to know. So let's just keep hoping that things will go well. You know.
All right, Mr. NCBD, thank you very much for your submission and thank you for your time on here, brother. Nice. How are you?
Yeah, I'm fine, Miss Ima. Good morning.
Good day
Good,
to you,
good
sir. Welcome to the broadcast.
yeah, good day to you. Yeah, thanks for having me. Greetings to the panelists and the people in the comment section, to all Niger Watch family. Yeah, I've heard the submissions and everyone that have spoken their mind, but there's one that I'm not satisfied with. It's a two Niger submission. Two Niger, you said all those missionaries they sent to Nigerian to assist Nigerian military to fight Boko Haram. That when the Assembly National passed a law for them not to shoot, that they should observe that what they did is right, that they should not really kill Nigerians, meaning that terrorists are Nigerians because they are the northerners. Those terrorists that are disturbing Nigerians, they should not kill them because they are Nigerians. You know, so that's the reason why I always say that the way you always lay your submission, you always talk like Buhari. This is the way Buhari pet all this Boko Haram today. That these two Boko Haram today, they grow wings, that we cannot contain them anymore. This is how these northern people that have the same terrorist idea with this Boko Haram and ISWAP, they connive with these people. Today now, these people now become people that we cannot eradicate in our country. You always like to pet all these terrorists, all these people that is causing disaster in Nigeria. That is how you make your own submission. You don't want them to touch them. You want Nigerian government to catch them, send them to school, give them wife, give them milk and honey, anything that they want, they should give them. That is what they deserve because they are Nigerians. Because other southeast and southwest, they did the same thing for them. They should still do it for this Boko Haram them. That is the way you see things. But anyway, it's your opinion. I will not attack you for that. It's just that I'm not comfortable the way you see things. You understand? So this is the way we think. This is the way we do things. That is why Nigeria is backward today. We cannot move forward. We cannot solve our problem. The same government have the same way of reasoning. And it's not only our government alone. Many Nigerians as well. This is the way they reason. That is why they are still clamoring for Tinubu and Atiku today, because they see things in opposite. Go and look at our vibrant youth. They are still clamoring for these old men that have held them captive for decades. So this is the problem we have. That's why I'm still saying it. The big problem we have is our youth. The way me and you, we are the rest of us today that like good things, that want change. The way we are reasoning, I will tell you, 70% of our youth they don't reason the same way. That is the problem we have today. So when we talk about these terrorists today, terrorists today, we let this terrorist issue. We know they are being sponsored by these world powers. You understand? They are being sponsored by them. But all we are saying, our government, they are safe. They are the most problematic people that I've seen that is giving power to this same terrorist that is accompanying them, giving them all the amenities they want to distort Nigeria. Is this our government? That is what we are trying to say. That the only solution to this problem, we need to vote competent government in power. That is the only way we will change this we will solve this problem. Because if anybody that still have the same mindset with these terrorists, if anybody from the north that still believe in jihadists, that still believe in what do they call it, Sharia law, they are still in power. There's no way we will eradicate terrorism in Nigeria. That is why I said it the last time. This government cannot solve and it cannot protect anybody. If all these foreigners that is living in Nigeria, if they know what is good for them, they should start living in Nigeria right now. And I stand on my word. Because when these people will activate this ISWAP and the rest Boko Haram, when they will start activating in Nigeria, this government, they will even run away. They will leave power for them. You will see it very soon. That is that happened in this thing. In what is this name? Afghanistan.
Afghanistan.
Yes. That is the same thing that will happen when these people will activate. Buhari and his government that back these terrorists, they will not be able to curtail them. They will run and leave power. This terrorist, Boko Haram, ISWAP, they will take over presidential house. They will establish a Sharia law in Nigeria. All the old Christians, they will freeze all church. They will tell everybody to start wearing jalabia. If you don't do it, they will cut your legs and your hands, and you will see what they will start. They will start Sharia law all over Nigeria. They will establish all over Nigeria. Then all the Christians that cannot resist it, they will start running. Then this man is here telling me that they should not fight Boko Haram. My brother, to Nigeria, you should go and read
anything like that. Did you even listen to what I said? I never said. I said they should not be releasing any one of them.
Miss Ima,
how can you say the opposite of what I said?
Stop allowing to Nigeria to take us off time schedule, because now other people will be getting 2 minutes to speak.
They want to censor me too. If everybody disagrees with me, I don't have a right of reply anymore.
No, it seems like you there's an order,
But I didn't say that. If somebody's like, if you said something opposite and somebody's saying you said it, what am I supposed to do? Just shut up here and just let it go, carry on?
Unfortunately, that is how I noticed that the system runs here. There's kind of a schedule for people to speak.
Right. Thank you. So let's just move on to the next person, please. Mr. Pansa, but before we do so, hi, Dr. Gomez. Thank you for your donation to the platform. Thank you so very much. And it's good to have you on the broadcast, Dr. Gomez. Thank you for being here. Chooks, you've been very engaging and I hear you loud and clear. I'm following you, so keep it coming. Thank you very much. Awareness TV, thank you. Amen. Oh, my sister or my brother. Amen. I say big amen to that. I was really just say that really while he was giving his submission, and it's a very dreadful thought and sight. And talking about this talking about being forced to wear hijab and all of that. I remember when I was serving in Zamfara, it got to that point that they told me that I have to, it became a matter of, for my safety. She told me I should I should go to Guso and just stay and they will give me my discharge later. And I'm like, okay, I now had to start wearing if I have to leave. So saying that, and I know I experienced just a little of that. My movement was not restricted, but if you're going to be around the school compound, just make sure you are all, and it's not even the short one. They expect me to go all covered up. Okay, all right. So I just had to comply to that, and for my safety, I had few weeks left to just leave, so I just had to stay safe and just play along. And now I hope that we don't, none of that repeats itself on a larger platform like say on a presidency level. That is going to be outrageous. Trust me, it is not something that especially if it is not your thing, and especially if you have to wait for as a matter of safety or a preventive matter, then it's a problem. Now, if this is your religion, this is your culture, this is the way you people dress, this is not to get you offended. Now we are saying it becomes a problem if we have to wait, if we have to be forced, we have come to that place. I just hope that we would do right, by voting right. At the end of the day. So this one is for those ones that are refusing to go and get their PVC. please take out time to go get your PVC. Take out time, check up on INEC. They are giving out informations of centers and centers and areas that have their this to release and their timetable. So please take out time, go get your PVC. Please, I beg you. Thank you very much. All right, Mr. Pasas HD. Thank you for being here. How are you today, sir?
I am doing great. You, Emma, how are you?
It's a beautiful day and I'm bouncing.
I don't care what you wear, hijab or whatever. You are still gonna be a stunning, beautiful young lady. So I don't mind
Uh
seeing you in a hijab.
yeah, I actually killed it. I actually killed it in that too.
I believe it.
You take it away with your submission.
And thank you very much, Vi Maxwell, my brother, to Niger, brother Nice, and in CBD. I greet all of you.
Good morning,
And
sir.
I also extend the greetings to people in the comment section and everybody listening to us on the internet or the television. One of the things that I was going to address has been covered by, I believe, Brother Nice. Talked to Niger. He and I had ruffled feathers this morning, so I'm not going to pile on. I'm just going to have to pray for to Niger. You know, if somebody, when ASU was here battling our country and the way they mismanaged everything in the country, and they drew the line and they were battling it. Niger was all over the internet talking about ASU, distorting what's going on. Okay. I will put up with that. I wouldn't challenge him on it because a reasonable person could hold those opinions. But to come here after the argument we had this morning and making the kind of arguments he's making here, it's just not fair. But I will not go into that because I believe that fellow panelists have dealt with that. I would also, but what I would like to do is to use my time to have a dialogue with him. I want to know, to Niger, if you want to indulge in it. I just want to ask you a couple of questions here and there, see if you agree or if you disagree. Are you up for that?
Yes, I am, as long as Emma is.
Okay, Emma, you could monitor it carefully. I'm gonna make the questions very pithy, very short, so you could then give me a yes or no answer.
Okay, but please let's be very civil about this, please.
Yes, I promise.
Okay. All right.
To Niger, are you a Nigerian?
Yes.
Do you think our country is heading in the wrong direction?
Yes.
Do you think the Buhari administration is just not helping matters, APC, that we have now?
No, they are not.
Okay. Do you think that the Labour Party is sort of like a doctrine of necessity because we've always had two major parties, which is PDP and APC, but just due to the falling out, that the Labour Party is like where everybody who wants the country to do good now migrated to that Labour Party. It's an assemblage of all kinds of educated people, people who care about the country, who don't want to be in the PDP or APC. Do you see it like that?
Yeah, I see it like that because the other two parties selected the worst candidates they can possibly select in the country.
Okay,
That's what happened.
great. Yeah, that's what I see it too. Now, I also want to ask you, do you think that the mood in the country right now is where we've pretty much crossed the Rubicon? Most Nigerians are just waiting and say, you know what, we're being done wrong here, we're being done wrong there, but we're just gonna wait until February. We're gonna try to take our country back and elect good leadership. But if they don't, this idiom crossing the Rubicon. I think you're familiar with what it is, but for those who don't know what it is, it's when Julius Caesar in early January 49 BC crossed the river Rubicon and then got into a civil war, right? So it's usually said, we've crossed the Rubicon, there's no going back. Do you have that feeling in the country where we're going to try to do everything to avoid that country tearing to shreds if we don't do the right thing in February?
I don't know about that. I really don't, honestly. All I know is that the people, there's a window opening for our people to reclaim their sovereignty, true sovereignty. And if we don't take it, yeah, there will be consequences. All kinds of stuff is possible. And I can tell you, whatever fight, we are all going to be poorer for it.
Okay. And of course, with that answer and the ones you gave before, you think we do need a paradigm shift in that country early this year to move away from the direction we've been going?
Yes, a massive one.
Okay. Then let me conclude with this, with questioning you. Are you, first of all, are you like a realist in you know what I mean by a realist?
Are you a spy? Are you a spy?
No, are you?
I wish I was, but I'm not.
Are you know about Hobbes, Bacon, Machiavelli, like the Machiavelli we have here, but those kind of people, Morgenthau, right? In politics, as far as a real politic, a realist. Do you know what I mean by that?
Yes.
Okay. Is that the way you come under that?
I'm an idealist, and in terms of the what one aspires for, also a realist in terms of what we have. So the idea is to do this the most efficient way without loss of life, in terms of the minimum loss of life. And I've seen nations do it. So that's my approach. I'm an idealist. Like, I demand 100% transparency, but if you get 80% of 70% or even 60% is way better than what we have right now, where we barely have any. You see what I mean? So you have to demand. You have to be idealistic when you are making demands. Otherwise, you just settle for anything.
All right, that's true. That is true.
Okay.
On the Emma, let me conclude with this. On the idea of war, terrorism in our country, you do agree that psychological terrorism it's like a form of warfare itself, right?
Yes.
You know, like psychologically terrorizing the country.
It's called psyops.
Yes, exactly. So my all those seems to me to be rational answers. You're a rational actor, right? So you know what we'll go through. So what I want you to convert, because for example, you are for B, but I've never heard you say it. I'm listening to you.
I just said it today. I said it today.
Yeah, you did.
And I always give solid reasons for it.
Right. What is the reason?
Because Obi-Wan, I first is better than the other two, for one, and I just learned that he went to Haiti too, which means my statement a few weeks ago saying that I'm a Southern Christian president, not because of religious bigotry, but because of the fact that they can see the greater diaspora, and that greater diaspora has a spending power approaching $2 trillion.
Right.
That is a massive asset that we don't see, but P2B sees that.
Right. So yeah, that presentation that Mr. Niger Watch made. Just this is my last comment on this, and I'm actually going to leave and give somebody else a chance. So the presentation that was made was actually stunning this morning when they showed P2B's erosion activities. You know, you and I were on the platform when they made that presentation, and all the things that he's doing. So all I'm saying is that let's first get the country in January, and then we'll deal with some of the other issues. I want you to be more vocal, be on our side for this campaign to take the country back. And I respect you. And then thank you, Emma, very much for indulging me. And then goodbye to everybody else. I'll talk to you the next time. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, thank you, Mr. Fansat and Mr. Tunaja. It's nice to know you. I'm sure every other person is saying the same thing. Thank you to each and every one of you that has held it down with us on this broadcast. Really, really good day to you. You were asking on how to support the channel. Either you click on the dollar sign to the right on the comment section. Yes, there's a dollar sign to the right on the comment section and follow the instruction. It's very safe. Otherwise, you have our account number on the screen. You could just do a direct transfer to our account number on there. Thank you so very much. And this is to each and every one of you out there. Please take our time to support us, either by clicking on the dollar sign to the right, or you send directly to our account details. It costs a lot to run this broadcast. I know you know this already. So please, in your gracious thoughts, please take our time to support us. But a big shout out to each and every one of you on here today. Mirabelle Bush, what's up? How you doing? It's good to have you. Mommy of all mommies, dearest mama, thank you for today. Really, really thank you. And I hope you are doing the needful. Thank you very much. Jachuk Sobibreze, good day to you, sir. And thank you for being on the broadcast. I don't understand that comment directed at me. Please make it clearer. It's a BDT. Thank you. Michael Okere, it's good to have you on this broadcast. And of course, Mr. Kennedy himself, thank you for being on here. Thank you to each and every one of you. Oziegbe, Wilfred, Osagbovo, Awareness TV, Chooks, thank you. Dr. Gomez, thank you to each and every one of you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And yes, to Mr. Passage HD, thank you for the support. God bless you. Thank you, guys. Please show some love before the end of the broadcast and on every other broadcast. Please take our time to support us. Thank you very much. All right, to my amazing panelists, I say thank you. Those still on here and that has gone, thank you. I wish you a wonderful day. Mr. Van Maxwell, please, in 1 minute, your final submission.
Thank you so much, Sister Emma. I would like to tell Nigerians to avoid, please, avoid gathering together. Avoid churches. You can pray in your various houses and God will hear you. Avoid, take out your children from schools. Stop going to various places that is crowded, especially in Abuja and Lagos and some part of Port Harcourt as well, because I cannot say what some of my colleagues, senior guys, has also told me here, in our private discussions. Please, it is not to create fear in you. There is a lot going on. It is real. And if care is not taken, Nigeria is, likely to go, the way of the Afghanistan. And that is how it is. That is the narrative in our circle where we, jolly together. Please be careful who you speak to. Be careful where you go to, because these things are serious. They are all over. And I am praying for those of you that will also want to have election held 2023 to pray hard so that the election will be held and peaceful as well. For me, I don't believe that the way it is now, it is going to be uhuru for Nigerians. Thank
All
you.
right.
May God bless you.
Thank you, Mr. Van Maxwell. Thank you very much. Mr. Tunaja, please. In 1 minute, please, your final submission.
Yeah, I would like, regarding the security alert, I think should take extra precaution in terms of securing their environments, because I think it defeats the purpose if we cannot get out there. We are 200 million people. We can't cow because of every single press release of a security threat. And so from my point of view, just take precautions, hire security guards. Any face you don't recognize, search them thoroughly, and search everybody that goes in. Many companies do. If you are going to a church, search everybody. Just do your due diligence. That's all that is required there. I think Nigeria has a great future. We just have to have a leader that is willing to do the right thing, like we saw in Burkina Faso. If the leaders mean to do the right thing, Nigeria will change overnight. Our people are not being employed to solve our problems. That flood that happened, they could have used dredging. They could have used so many things that technology in Nigeria right now to do. They just didn't do it. I don't understand our people on that front. And we really need to start pushing our leaders to do these things. We need to be pushing them on a daily basis to do the right thing, because they all live around us. They are not living in heaven. Okay? So our people, we should be pushing these leaders. If they don't see you pushing them, you don't remind them that 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 was supposed to be dredged has not been dredged. Next year, when the stuff comes again, that's when you will remember that they didn't do their job. It will be too late. People
All
are
right.
dying. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Tunaja. It was good to have you on the broadcast. Thank you. Mr. Nsibide, you'll be giving the final submission. I mean, in light of everything, there is tension from flood. There is still flood. There is still flood taking people, and then there's this tension in the city of Abuja, and it has been going on for days. And 2 days ago they raided this estate, and they arrested one or two persons, and they're being hush. And the following day we are seeing that 35 persons, and so people are in panic. Nigerians living in Nigeria, not just Nigerians living in Nigeria. Nigerians are in panic. Like, this is some real-time panic. Yeah,
Yeah,
1 minute.
yeah. Well, thank you so much, my sister. Well, this security alert in Abuja, um, as much as you are saying people should take precaution, don't run. The people shouting, don't run, in abroad, oh, shouting, don't run. My sister and my brother, anywhere you are in Abuja, calculate, check calculate the risks. If it will favor you, or if you know it's not going to stop your business, maybe you're just in Abuja because of the name of Abuja, then you don't have any business being there when there is a security issue. But if you calculate the risk and you see that you can still survive, or your business can still move on, or you're not going to lose too much by leaving, please leave. Oh, go to the south, go anywhere. You can go to even Calabar. You can tell our sister here, Sister Ima, to give you direction of somewhere to go in Calabar. And
See,
you go there.
you see, when we talk about people leaving, let's also picture the fact that there are people who would carry their luggages on their head, because there are some places that are not motorable because of the flood right now. And there is as much that you can carry. So just try to picture all these unbelievable things. But I mean, these are the things that living in
Yeah.
Nigeria has to deal with. So where are you running to? Where are you going to? From where to where?
I know I understand those challenges, but I'm just saying, just find a way. Obviously, you can't use the road that is impassable, but you can also, go somewhere. Go now, even if it's to go to the Lagos, anywhere, just for some time. Give it, quite. Give it time. Give it time. You're not like you're living Abuja forever. And if because not everyone that have that means to afford all those surveillance security, like Tunaja is saying, higher security guard. I don't know who is telling to hire security guard. Is it the people working in the government, or who? They are talking of ordinary people? Those people can never be. How many of them have you seen being affected by these things? So uh, just try as much as possible to be safe. My grandfather, we are all in the north, for a very long time, and that is where he established a lot of things. But when all those things happened, even before the war, he lost everything and went back to his hometown. And because of how hardworking he is, he still rebuilt himself and built a decent life for his family. And so it's not the end of the world. It's not the end of the world. And today we are alive. Maybe if he had stayed there, say he cannot leave his property, or maybe I wouldn't have even been born. Maybe my dad would have been killed. You know. So
All right.
my point is that, please, and at the same time, we all know that Peter Obi is the answer. We know is the answer. The only thing we are praying is that it's not too late. And at the same time, let's just be optimistic. Let's just hope. Because I know that even the corrupt politicians and, all those cabal, whatever they are, as long as they want Nigeria to remain one country, they will not make the mistake of trying to rig a clear victory. So we have to make it as clear as possible, you know. So that is what I want us to do. Let us not slow down. Let us just keep pushing. Get your PVCs. There's more, you know. I'm even told that they have not even printed, and they're there shouting that people are not collecting. And people on ground are saying that they are going there to check, and they're telling them that it's not yet out. So that's to show you the scam, you know. But no problem. Things will be better. Let's just be optimistic. And don't mind Two Nigeria. The thing is that Two Nigeria uses, I don't know if it's that his microphone that he uses to deceive people. They'll say, oh, this man's voice is good for. I've been with him in a few places. They'll be like, oh, his voice, his voice. It's just one microphone. Maybe if you remove that microphone now, nobody will
All
recognize him again.
right. All right, Mr. SVD,
All
thank you
right.
for being here. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you to each and every one of you that has participated and that has held it down with us on our newspaper review today. Big thank you to each and every one of you. Do want to follow our programs. We have the newspaper review Monday to Saturdays, 10 a.m. Nigerian time. We have the charts Mondays and Wednesdays, 1 p.m. We have discussions with Kachi Mondays to Thursdays, 5 p.m. And we have the debate, 6 p.m. Please turn on your notification bell for every time we go live. You would get notified. And also, please do well to like our every broadcast, do well to share, invite someone. Let's learn together. Bring someone, tell a friend to tell a friend to invite someone to the broadcast. Please, thank you very much. And also do what to support us by clicking on the dollar sign to the right on the comment section. Thank you very much for today. You have an amazing day. There were a few comments I wanted us to take on here, but maybe some other times. But to everyone on the comment section, I am saying a special kind of thank you. You guys are very engaging today, and I learned a lot from the comment section. So if you're watching the replay of this video, hi, how you doing? Also, take our time to go through the comments as well, and do well to use the super thanks option just beneath the video as you watch. Yes, click on it. It's very safe. It's very secured. Thank you very much. Thank you for always supporting us. And if you are yet to subscribe to our YouTube channel, today's a fine day for you to take our time to do that. So please take our time to subscribe to our YouTube channel and do not forget to turn on your notification bell. To the people living in Nigeria, do well to be very sensitive of your environment. Do well to educate the people back home of their environment. And this is not a time to be reckless with you or to be adventurous with where you go to. Security. Just be very attentive, please. And to those that are going through the flood, I hope help comes to you, and to every other person. I hope you make plans to reach out to someone to send relief materials. I try to identify this. Go for me, identify all of these people that are gathering materials, sending to these people. There are NGOs, there are people doing these things, missionaries. So please try to locate them and send your widow's mite to them. Yes, it will go a long way, please. Thank you very much. Until I come your way again, please stay safe, keep Nigerians in your prayers, and go get your PVC. Bye for now. See you tomorrow.